Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something right now. You ain't here by accident. You didn't click on this speech 'cause you were bored. Nah, you clicked it because deep down, you know you're meant for more, and you're tired of watching your dreams sit on the shelf like that treadmill in your cousin's garage. Now, I ain't up here to sell you a fantasy. I'm not gonna sprinkle magic dust and tell you it's easy. No, sir, but what I am gonna give you are 7 real, simple, powerful steps that anybody, I mean anybody from the hood, from the hills, from the hustle, can use to get whatever they want in this life. I'm talking about dreams, goals, purpose, whatever that thing is you go to bed thinking about and wake up chasing. But here's the catch. You gotta want it bad enough to listen, learn, and act. So buckle up, baby, 'cause if you follow these 7 steps, you won't just be wishing for success. You'll be walking in it. Let's get into it. If you don't know what you want, how in the world are you ever gonna get it? See, most people are walking through life like they're in a fog. They say they want to be successful. They say they want to be happy. They say they want more. But when you ask them, more asterisk, what asterisk exactly, they can't even tell you. That's like getting in your car, turning on the engine, but having no destination in the GPS. You just driven around wasting gas, time, and energy. Clarity is power. If you woke up this morning and you can't tell yourself in one clear sentence what you're working toward, what your goal is, you already behind. You gotta sit yourself down, cut out the noise, cut off the phone, and ask yourself, what is it that I truly want? Not what your mama wants, not what your friends are doing, not what looks good on Instagram. Asterisk, asterisk, what do asterisk you asterisk want? Asterisk, asterisk, don't be afraid to dream big. Some of y'all keep your dreams small 'cause you scared of failure or scared somebody gonna laugh. Let him laugh. They not supposed to see it. It's asterisk your asterisk vision, not theirs. Get specific. Don't say I wanna be rich. Say I wanna earn $200,000 a year doing what I love. Don't say I want a business. Say I want a digital marketing agency that works with 6-figure clients. Now you talking. The universe don't move on maybe. God don't bless confusion. If you ain't clear, you ain't ready. And when you're clear, when you lock in, something powerful starts to happen. Your mind starts filtering out the junk. Your decisions start aligning with your vision, and your energy gets focused like a laser beam. Most people go through life with big dreams and big ideas, but they leave it all floating around in their heads like clouds. That's the problem. If your goals are only in your mind, they're just wishes. Dreams without paper are like smoke without fire, no substance, no direction. The moment you write it down, you give it structure. You give it a shape. You take something invisible and make it real. That's the first step from the spiritual to the physical. Let me tell you something I've learned, and I ain't just talking theory. I'm talking experience. Every major thing I've achieved in my life, I wrote it down first. I didn't just hope for it. I didn't just talk about it when things got hard. I took a pen, found a piece of paper, and I wrote that thing like it already belonged to me. Because when you write it down, you're not just reminding yourself of what you want. You're sending a message to your subconscious, telling it, this is what we're doing. It stops being optional. It becomes a mission. Writing is a form of commitment. It's a promise you make to yourself on paper. You can lie to people all day long, but it hit different when you lie to yourself on that page. That list, that journal, that note in your phone, that's your contract. That's your blueprint. Every empire starts with a plan, and your life is no different. And don't just write it once and forget it. You gotta keep it visible. Put it on your mirror. Put it on your fridge. Look at it every morning when you wake up and every night before you close your eyes. Repetition builds belief. The more you see it, the more you start to believe it's possible. The more you believe, the more your actions line up with that belief. And when your actions line up with your vision, man, things start moving. There's something about seeing your goals in your own handwriting. It hits deeper, it's more personal, it's more emotional. That emotion fuels you. It wakes you up on the days you don't feel like grinding. It reminds you why you started when all you want to do is quit. It's your anchor when everything around you feels uncertain. That little piece of paper can become your compass in the middle of chaos. People love to talk. One day I'll do this. Someday I'll be that. But someday is not a day of the week. You gotta make it real. You gotta speak it, see it, and most importantly, write it. That's when the dream becomes the plan and the plan becomes the pursuit. Don't underestimate the power of a pen and a purpose. What you write today can become the reality you wake up to tomorrow. Your words are powerful. I mean, real powerful. Most people don't even realize the weight their own voice carries. You walk around all day speaking negativity over your life. I'm tired. I'm broke. I can't catch a break. People like me don't make it. And then you wonder why nothing changes. Let me tell you something. Your mouth is the steering wheel of your life. Where you point it is where you're headed. You can't speak defeat and expect to arrive at victory. What you say to yourself out loud every single day, it programs your mind. It sets the tone. That inner conversation becomes your reality. That's why successful people talk differently. That's why they say affirmations. That's why they speak things that haven't happened as if they've already happened. It ain't arrogance, it's alignment. When you speak it, you start to believe it. When you believe it, you act like it. And when you act like it, you attract it. Now don't get it twisted, this ain't magic. This ain't some wish on a star nonsense. This is spiritual law. This is mental conditioning. If you wake up and say, I'm going to win today, your brain starts scanning for opportunities to win. If you say, I'm capable of greatness, your actions start moving in a direction that lines up with that belief. It might not be instant, but it's real. Words plant seeds, and eventually you harvest what you speak. You gotta start declaring your future out loud every day. I'm talking about in the mirror, in your car, on your lunch break. Say it when nobody's watching. Say it when you're tired. Say it when you don't believe it yet. I am blessed. I am qualified. I am wealthy. I attract favor. Doors are opening for me. I always find a way. That's how you rewire your mind. That's how you flip the script. But here's the key. You gotta be consistent. You can't say it once and expect a miracle. You gotta speak life over yourself like it's part of your routine. Just like brushing your teeth or checking your phone. Make it a habit. Wake up, look yourself in the eye, and speak your truth, the truth you want to live in, Don't wait for other people to hype you up. Don't wait for external motivation. Be your own encourager. Be your own speaker. Be your own believer. People gonna call it crazy. They'll laugh at you. They'll say you're being unrealistic. Let them. You don't need their permission to believe in your future. You just need your own voice. And when you start speaking with purpose, when you start commanding your day with confidence, when you open your mouth and align your words with your vision, the world around you starts shifting. Your energy shifts, your attitude shifts, your opportunities shift. All from your voice. Fear is one of the biggest dream killers in the world. More people have buried their goals because of fear than failure ever could. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of losing, fear of not being enough. But let me tell you something. If you're waiting for fear to disappear before you move, you'll be waiting your whole life. Fear doesn't leave. You just get stronger. Faith ain't about the absence of fear. It's about moving despite the fear. It's about choosing belief when everything around you says be scared. You see, when you move in fear, you make decisions based on limitation. You play small. You shrink your vision to fit your comfort zone. And let's be real, ain't nothing great ever come from a comfort zone. Your blessings, your breakthroughs, your next level, it's all sitting on the other side of fear. Fear keeps you stuck, but faith sets you free. Faith is that thing inside of you that says, I don't have all the answers. I don't know how it's all gonna work out, but I'm stepping anyway. That's where the magic lies. Now, some people wait until the timing is perfect. They say, I'll start when I have more money. I'll launch the business when things slow down. I'll chase my dream when I feel ready. But ready is a lie fear tells you. You ain't never gonna feel 100% ready. You just gotta start. You gotta take that leap with knees knockin' and hands shackin' and voice crackin'. Because real courage isn't about feeling fearless. It's about doing it scared. You gotta trust that if God gave you the vision, He'll also give you the provision. He don't show you the mountain without giving you the strength to climb it. Faith is forward movement. It's waking up every day and deciding to walk toward your goal even when the path isn't clear. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the first step. You move, and then things start moving around you. That idea, that connection, that opportunity, it don't show up until you do. Closed mouths don't get fed, and stuck feet don't get led. You got to take action in faith and trust that clarity will come with motion. Now let's talk about doubt, 'cause it's the cousin of fear. Doubt whispers lies. It tells you you're not good enough, not smart enough, not connected enough. It reminds you of every mistake, every failure, every time you fell short. But that voice, that ain't truth. That's fear trying to wear a different mask. You combat doubt with evidence. Look back at everything you've already overcome. Look at the times you thought you weren't gonna make it. But you did. That's proof. That's fuel. Use it. You've been through storms and you're still standing. That's not weakness. That's resilience. That's power. And you can't surround yourself with fearful people and expect to walk in faith. You hang around folks who play scared, you'll end up sitting on your potential. Fear is contagious, but so is courage. Get around people who speak life, who take risks, who live bold. People who say, let's figure it out, instead of that's impossible. Energy is real. Protect yours. Feed your faith daily the same way you feed your body. Read books that build you. Listen to voices that stretch you. Speak words that lift you. You don't need all the answers to start. You just need faith the size of a mustard seed. You take that faith, you water it with action, and you watch what grows. Fear will always knock, but you don't have to open the door. You don't have to invite it in and make it comfortable. You can feel the fear and still do the work. You can hear the doubt and still move forward. You can be uncertain and still take the shot. You were not built to live a small, scared life. You were created for purpose, for growth, for impact. Fear is a liar, and faith is the truth trying to get your attention. You're not behind, you're not late, you're not lacking, you're being called to rise. Every great story starts with a risk. Every breakthrough starts with a bold step. Don't wait for the fear to fade. Walk through it. Walk in faith, not fear. Let's be real about something. Everybody can't go where you're going. Not everybody's supposed to ride with you to the top. Some people were only meant to be part of your story for a chapter, not the whole book. And if you're serious about getting what you want in life, you're gonna have to make some tough decisions about who gets access to your energy, your time, your focus. Distractions don't always come dressed as problems. Sometimes they show up as friends, fun, comfort, and familiarity. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That friend who's always trying to get you to chill when you got work to do. That cousin who tells you you're doing too much, that you're changing. That group chat that stays lit but never talks about nothing that feeds your growth. See, the enemy of your purpose is not just failure. It's distraction. Every minute you spend entertaining something or someone that doesn't serve your future is a minute you could have been investing in your goals. Time is the one thing you don't get back. If you're gonna level up, you gotta learn to protect your space. You can't be around people who drain you, doubt you, or distract you. You need folks who sharpen you, stretch you, and support you. That's how iron sharpens iron. You're trying to build something meaningful, and that requires focus. That requires sacrifice. That requires boundaries. Don't let loyalty to the wrong people cost you your destiny. And it's not just people, it's habits too. Scrolling mindlessly, watching shows, procrastinating because you're waiting for the right moment. All of that is noise. All of that is resistance dressed up like rest. Rest is necessary, but distraction, that's dangerous. You need to start asking yourself, is this helping me grow, or is this keeping me stuck? That one question can change your entire direction. Sometimes we keep distractions around because they're familiar. They make us feel safe. But comfort is a killer of greatness. Comfort keeps you repeating the same cycles while calling it a lifestyle. The truth is, growth requires discomfort. Growth requires discipline. You can't chase your dream and chase every party invite, every new trend, every opinion from people who ain't even doing what you're trying to do. You got to lock in, and let's talk about your environment. Your environment should reflect your goals. If you're serious about your vision, your space should feel like it. Your phone, your room, your schedule, everything should be set up to remind you of where you're headed, not where you've been. You need visual cues that pull you toward the future, not distractions that keep you stuck in the past. Clean up your space, organize your life, make room for the next level. You also need to start saying no without guilt. No is a full sentence. You don't owe everybody an explanation. If it doesn't align with your purpose, it's a no. If it pulls you off your path, it's a no. If it costs you peace, it's a no. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because in a way it does. Your future depends on your focus. When you start removing distractions, clarity starts showing up. You start thinking clearer, moving faster, creating stronger. You stop doubting yourself so much because now your actions and your environment are finally aligned with your vision. That alignment is powerful. That's when momentum starts to build. That's when ideas start to flow. That's when doors start to open, not because you're lucky, but because you finally made space for success to walk in. Motivation is great, but it's not enough. Motivation is like a spark. It gets the fire going, but it won't keep it burning. You can listen to all the inspiring speeches, watch every powerful video, and read every self-help book out there. But if you don't learn to be consistent, you'll never get where you're trying to go. Consistency is the secret sauce. It's what separates people who wish from people who win. You don't need to be the smartest, the fastest, or the most talented. You just need to be the one who refuses to quit. The truth is, most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack discipline. They start strong, but they don't finish. They show up when it's easy, but disappear when it gets tough. Consistency means doing what you said you'd do, long after the mood you set it in has left you. It means showing up on the days you don't feel like it, when it's boring, when it's hard, when no one's clapping for you. That's where character is built. That's where results are made. Look at anybody successful, any athlete, entrepreneur, artist, speaker. They didn't get there overnight. They got there because they did small things over and over again, even when no one was watching, even when no one was validating them, even when the progress felt slow. They trained, practiced, posted, performed, failed, got back up, and they kept going. That's the grind. That's the process. That's consistency. People love the highlights, but they don't see the hours behind the scenes. You want to lose weight. You don't do it in a weekend. You do it by choosing better every single day. You want to build a business. It's not about one viral post. It's about the calls, the emails, the planning, the late nights, the follow-ups. Over and over. It's not sexy, but it works. Discipline beats talent when talent doesn't show up. You can't rely on motivation because it comes and goes. Discipline is what kicks in when motivation checks out. It's what makes you get up early, work late, and stay focused when distractions are pulling at you. It's what pushes you through when your emotions are trying to talk you out of it. You don't feel like showing up to the gym. You go anyway. You're tired of working on your craft. You show up anyway. You're not seeing results yet. You keep pushing anyway, because consistency compounds. What feels small today becomes massive over time. And it's not about perfection, it's about progress. You're gonna have days where you slip up, where you miss, where you fall short. That's part of it, but what matters most is that you don't stop. You get back up and keep moving. You don't let one bad day turn into a bad week. You reset, refocus, and recommit. Because when you're consistent, you create momentum. And once momentum kicks in, it gets easier to keep going than to stop. There's power in routine. When you set a schedule, create habits, and stick to them, your brain stops negotiating. You remove the emotion and move into execution. You stop wondering if you're doing the right thing, and you start trusting the process. The more you do something, the better you get at it. The better you get at it, the more confident you feel. The more confident you feel, the more risks you take. And the more risks you take, the faster you grow. Consistency doesn't always feel good, and it doesn't always look exciting, but it works. It builds trust in yourself, in your process, and in your dream. Every time you show up, even when it's hard, even when it's quiet, even when it's slow, you're proving to yourself that you are who you say you are. You're no longer waiting for permission. You're no longer chasing hype. You're building something real, and you're doing it brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice.